What if I told you the Colosseum wasn't built to entertain you? It was built to control you. Imagine sitting in a crowd of 50,000 people, screaming, cheering, completely locked into what's happening in front of you, while something much bigger is happening behind the scenes. This place looks like a stadium, but it runs like a machine. A machine designed to distract you, influence you, and keep you exactly where those in power want you. And the craziest part? It works so well that if it existed today, you probably wouldn't even question it. By the end, you'll see why the Colosseum isn't just one of the greatest structures ever built. It's one of the smartest. You look at the Colosseum, and your brain tells you one thing: stadium. Big crowd. Big arena. People watching something in the center. But that's not what this is. This is the largest amphitheater ever built in the Roman world. Around 50,000 people fill these seats at once. Some estimates go even higher. And it sits right in the heart of Rome, not hidden, not isolated, placed where everyone can see it. That placement matters. Because this isn't just architecture. This is a message. When you walk toward it, the scale hits you first. Massive stone walls. Perfect arches stacked in layers. It doesn't just hold people. It overwhelms you. It makes you feel small before you even step inside. And that's intentional. This building is designed to control how you feel before anything even happens in the arena. Now think about the timing. The Colosseum is built after a brutal period in Roman history. The previous emperor leaves behind chaos and excess. So the new rulers do something smart. They give the people something to focus on. Something massive. Something unforgettable. Something that pulls your attention away from everything else. And they don't build it quietly. They build it as a public gift. A symbol that says, "Look what we can give you." But underneath that generosity, there's a system. Because when 50,000 people gather in one place, watching the same thing, reacting the same way, you're not just entertaining them. You're shaping them. You're deciding what they see, what they feel, and what they care about. And once you realize that, the Colosseum stops looking like a stadium. It starts looking like a tool. And the deeper you go inside this structure, the more precise that tool becomes. Because what happens next isn't random. It's engineered down to the smallest detail. Now here's where it gets even harder to believe. This massive structure you just imagined isn't built over decades. It's built in about 8 to 10 years. Think about that. You're looking at one of the largest and most complex buildings of the ancient world, finished in less time than many modern skyscrapers. And this isn't with cranes, engines, or power tools. This is raw manpower, planning, and ruthless efficiency. Tens of thousands of workers are involved. Many of them are enslaved people captured from wars. They cut stone, transport it, lift it, shape it, and place it with precision. Day after day, no breaks like you would expect today. The materials alone are insane. Huge blocks of travertine limestone are brought in from quarries miles away. That means cutting, hauling, and positioning stones that weigh several tons each, without modern vehicles. Then there's concrete. Roman concrete. Poured and shaped to create the inner structure. Arches, corridors, seating tiers, all forming a system that has to hold tens of thousands of people safely. And it all has to come together fast. Because this isn't just construction. This is urgency. The emperors don't want to wait. They want results. They want something visible, something the public can experience as soon as possible. So the entire process is pushed to its limits. Multiple sections are built at the same time. Teams work in parallel. Stone is cut while foundations are laid. Upper levels rise while lower systems are still being refined. It's organized chaos, but it works. And when it's finally done, they don't just open it quietly. They launch it with games that last for 100 days straight. Now stop for a second and think about that level of coordination. Not just building the structure, but preparing everything that happens inside it. Because speed alone doesn't explain this. You can build something fast, or you can build something complex. Doing both at the same time? That requires something else entirely. Because hidden beneath everything you see, there's another system. One that most people never even think about. And once you see how it works, the Colosseum stops feeling ancient. It starts feeling engineered. Now step inside, and everything changes. Because what looks ancient from the outside starts to feel strangely modern. The Colosseum isn't just big. It's organized. There are around 80 entrances built into the structure. Not randomly placed, but carefully designed so thousands of people can enter and leave without chaos. You don't push through crowds. You flow through them. Each entrance connects to a network of corridors and stairways that guide you directly to your seat. No confusion. No wandering. You walk in, and the building almost moves you where you need to go. Even your seat isn't random. Where you sit depends on who you are. Social class decides your position. The closer to the arena, the more power you have. The higher you go, the less you matter. The building doesn't just hold people. It organizes society. And then there's what happens below. Under the arena floor sits the hypogeum, a hidden underground system. Tunnels, cages, and mechanical lifts run beneath your feet. Animals, fighters, and props wait in darkness, then suddenly rise into the arena through trapdoors. You're watching a show, but you never see how it's controlled. From your seat, everything feels seamless, unexpected, dramatic. But underneath, it's all timed, coordinated, and engineered to create maximum impact. Even the sun is controlled. A massive retractable awning stretches over the crowd, shading thousands of people at once. Pulled by ropes, operated by teams, adjusted throughout the day. This isn't ancient improvisation. This is system design. Everything you experience is planned, from how you enter, where you sit, what you see, and how you react. And once you realize that, you start to question something deeper. If the system is this precise, then what exactly is it trying to make you feel when the show begins? Now compare it to something you understand today. Modern stadiums. Massive arenas that hold tens of thousands of people, designed for sports, concerts, global events. You walk in, find your seat, watch the action, and leave with thousands of others. That sounds familiar, because the Colosseum already does it. Around 50,000 people inside at once. Structured seating. Controlled movement. Clear sightlines from almost every angle. This isn't primitive design. It's the same core idea we still use today. But here's the difference. We build with steel, electricity, machines, and advanced software. They build with stone, rope, and human coordination. And yet, the scale matches. Think about that. A structure built nearly 2,000 years ago stands in the same category as modern mega stadiums. Not slightly smaller. Not a rough version. Comparable. That's what makes it unsettling. Because it means the gap between ancient and modern isn't as big as you expect. In some ways, they already figured it out. And once you accept that, a new question shows up. If they could build something this advanced, this massive, and this organized, why is it still standing today, while so many modern structures don't last nearly as long? Now look at it today. Damaged. Broken in places. Parts missing. But still standing. After nearly 2,000 years. The Colosseum survives because of how it's built at the most basic level. Not just size, but structure. It uses a system of arches and vaults that spread weight instead of concentrating it. Every layer supports the next. Pressure moves through the building instead of breaking it. If a structure designed for control and spectacle can last this long, then maybe its impact goes beyond stone. Maybe the real question isn't why it still stands, but why its idea still works.